Hey, what's happening everyone? Jinsula here with a brand new video. I hope your day is going really well, and let's get right into it. Alright, so this is going to be a follow-up to the video that I posted yesterday. I tried to build a deck around Dragonite because it is a Pokemon that was a favorite of mine when I was much younger, and I was really sad to see that it just wasn't working out. Like, that deck was not doing well. Like, it just kept losing. It just did not seem like it was built for success. So I did a lot of research to try to get this card to work. I found that what a lot of people are doing with Dragonite is that they're pairing it up with Snorlax, mainly because they want to stall it out so that you could build out a Dragonite underneath. And I felt like, yeah, that is exactly what I should have been doing. Instead, what I was doing is pairing up Dragonite with Starmie EX, and that just simply was not working because Starmie EX is the polar opposite of what Snorlax does. Snorlax stalls out the game, Starmie tries to win within a handful of turns. It's just not going to work out in that pairing. So I decided to make that adjustment. I decided to try this out. Instead of doing Starmie EX, I went with Snorlax, and I did find that I was getting a lot more wins. I wasn't necessarily winning a whole lot because this deck is still struggling quite a lot, but I was still getting more wins than I was with the previous deck. So yeah, I have to say this deck has definitely improved, and maybe it will be a usable deck at this point. So I think the only way we can determine that is by actually battling other trainers. Let's actually see if this deck could actually work out. I do think that there are certain changes that I can make as I get more cards. There are other decks out there that build Dragonite a lot better, but at the very least, I feel like this deck can work in a variety of different situations. And this is definitely not one of those situations because ideally what I would like is to have a Snorlax in my opening hand. It's okay to have Dratini and Dragonair and Dragonite, but I would much rather have a Snorlax on the field. But at the very least, what I could do, if I can pull the Snorlax right now, I will be okay because I could just X-Speed, get it out. And the whole strategy behind this deck is to just have Snorlax take all the damage while on your bench you're building out a Dragonite. It's basically a slow burn deck. And then once your Dragonite is fully built out, you could unleash it on your opponents, and hopefully Draco Meteor will be able to take it down. And yeah, that's basically the strategy behind this deck. Alright, so now we're trying to fish for Snorlax. I think we might be able to get it. Okay, we have Dragonite, which is good. This Pokeball needs to give me a Snorlax. If it gets me the other Dratini, I think I'm screwed. So what are we going to get? There we go. So now you're going to see I'm going to put down Snorlax, and just for safety measures, I'm going to get my Dratini back onto the bench. Very easy. 1 X-Speed is all it needs. And then what I'm going to do is start energizing that Dratini, and I'm going to be evolving it along the way. Now I really hope they don't have a red card because that will definitely make things a lot more difficult. But we know this Moltres EX is going to cause a lot of problems. I do predict they're going to go with Arcanine EX. That seems to be a very powerful, very popular fire type card right now. But we'll just have to wait and see. Alright, Tails, Tails, Tails. Alright, nice. That is what I like to see. That is definitely what I like to see. Alright, so I'm going to put this down. Put this in there, and what I need actually is a lightning energy. At this point, that is precisely what I need. And let's see, I'm just going to red card this right now because I'm really worried about what they might have in their hand. I know that might have been a little preemptive, but you never know what they could have. They could be sitting on an Arcanine EX at that very moment. They could be setting up for some sort of big, I don't know, some sort of big play. It's always nice to red card a little bit early on so that you could throw them off their game. You see right there, they had Growlithe. Oh, and there's Arcanine EX. Maybe I just gave them that. That's great. Alright, so this could get very ugly very fast, but hopefully I can get this Dragonite online. That will definitely change things up. Alright, so we're going to see this get retreated, and I'm assuming they're going to bring in that Arcanine EX. Maybe they'll bring in the other Moltres, which would be very weird. Alright, there's the red card. Not good. There goes Dragonite. That's okay. I have 2 of them in this deck. And, oh, Dragonair. That's not good. Okay, let's see what ends up happening. We do have a Snorlax out, so that's definitely going to stall out the game quite a bit. I just hope they don't get a lot of fire energy. Okay, there's one heads, tails, tails. Okay, one fire energy is fine. But if they get 3 fire energies, if they get 3 heads, like, that is disastrous. Okay, so we are 1 turn away from having a fully online Dragonite. That's great. And you know what I'm actually going to do? I'm going to... Do I want to do this? I don't like that this Moltres has 2 energy. Yeah, I'm going to pop my Sabrina now. Let's really just try to stall it out. Really try to just throw them off their game. Because at this point, what I would really like to do is have this Dragonite ready to go, but actually start building out that second Dragonite behind even that. I think that would be extremely powerful, because if you have 2 Dragonites, imagine if you knock out one of them. These are not EX cards, so that means as soon as it gets knocked out, you only lose 1 victory point. You have a second Dragonite fully energized, fully ready to go, right up behind it, and that is going to allow you to dish out so much damage. That's 200 damage right there, just divvied out among their Pokemon. It can get incredibly powerful. Tails, 1 more Tails, and 3 Tails. Great. RNG is on my side for this game, and that makes me feel really good. I am not going to use that red card. That would be disastrous and incredibly stupid, so I'm just going to end my turn. And now we just wait. Now we just wait. They can't really do anything at this point. They could take down that Snorlax, but that just means my Dragonite's going to come into play. And I don't see any Charizards in this deck, so I think I'm going to be good. Yeah, that's it. All of their Pokemon are on the field. This is literally all I have to deal with. 4 different EX cards. My only concern is that these Inferno Dances could pump up everything on their bench and then completely screw me over. We'll just have to wait and see. Alright, there's 1 heads. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, man. That's rough. Alright, Dratini. Nope. Alright. At this point, I'm going to start putting some energy on this Snorlax so I could retreat it. That's really what I want to do at this point. I just want to get this Dragonite out in play, start dealing some damage. Maybe I could do a little bit of rollout damage in the meantime, but I do predict they're going to knock it out pretty quickly soon. And I'm going to bait that as well by putting some energy on the Snorlax, because once I start building out that Snorlax, they're going to be like, oh shoot, I actually have to take it down. Because at this point, it seems like they're stalling the game as well, just waiting for me to make the first move. So yeah, looks like this is exactly what I wanted to happen. Oh, that's actually interesting. Okay. We'll see how this goes. This is actually kind of scary. Alright, well, I might be in trouble. But that's okay. I have an idea. I'm going to, first of all, get this. And this. And then I'm going to Draco Meteor. Wish me luck, no matter what. Oh, yikes. Well, that's not good. Fortunately, I do have a second Dragonite that I could build out. But that is rough. Oh, that is actually rough. Okay, well, this deck just got a heck of a lot more scary to deal with. It might be Snorlax. That is the big hero of this game. Alright. Where's Dratini? There we go. Snorlax, it's your time to shine. Alright. I might be screwed here. I might be screwed here, unfortunately. Yeah, this deck is not going to win every game. Let's be real here. It's still Dragonite. It's a very powerful card, but incredibly difficult to actually play with. And you really need, like, the best conditions in order to win. So yeah, this is not looking really good right now. I'm really worried that, yeah, this deck is pretty much done. I really can't counter this right now because it's too late at this point. If I get Dratini now, it's going to be way too much for me to build it up. Unless I can draw a Dratini as well as a Snorlax, because if I can get that second Snorlax out in play, that will definitely change things up. So yeah, this is not looking good. Oh boy, I'm about to lose the game. Yeah, I'm about to lose the game. So that's it. Unfortunately, there's There's no win condition there. It's checkmate. So yeah, that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Let's actually try out another game, because I do think this deck can win if you could actually get the right conditions. Unfortunately, there are going to be many decks out there who are going to hard counter this deck, but I do want to make Dragonite work. I do think this is a very big improvement from the deck that I had yesterday. Let's just see if this will work. Let's see if I can get the right conditions. Really, what I want is Snorlax in the hand, and then I can start building out a Dratini underneath it. I will be very concerned if I can't get Dratini right here. Okay, there we go. So what I'm going to do is Dratini. I'm going to do a Pokeball. Maybe I can get a second Dratini. Yep. Preferably, I would have liked the second Snorlax, but at this point, now I kind of want to do the thing where I'm building 2 Dragonites on the bench while Snorlax is in play. It's going to take them a bit to take this Snorlax down, especially if they're using grass types, because grass types tend to be very tanky. They tend to be very self-healy. They don't necessarily try to be offensive. They're really there to counter the more offensive decks. Alright, here we go. I, unfortunately, now running into the opposite issue where instead of Dratini, what I'm looking for, now I'm looking for Dragonair and Dragonite. So, yeah, that's going to be interesting. But at the very least, we can keep this going. I bet Executor EX is on its way. Nope, maybe not. But I do need a red card at this point. Anything? Oh, perfect. Wow, look at that draw. That is insanely lucky. Holy cow. That is insanely lucky. Well, I am a fan of that. And you know what? For good measure, I'm going to heal up Snorlax as well, because the whole purpose of this is to stall this game out. Did I put the energy on Dratini? Yes, I did. Okay. Did I? Did I? That's like one bad habit that I've been forming while playing this game, is that I forget to put the energy on a Pokemon before I end the turn. I really need to make sure I do that, because I think I forgot to put the energy on Dratini. I at least could have put it on the other Dratini. Start building that out. And there is Executor. Things are not looking good right now. Flip a coin of heads. This attack does 40 more damage. That's very scary. What I think I'm going to do is use my Sabrina. Yep, I saw that coming. Alright, we're on the clock. We are on the clock. This is not looking good. I need to start pulling Dratini, or Dragonair and Dragonite. Oh, please. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, we're going to be okay for just a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. This Snorlax is definitely done. It's done. I'm just gonna do this. This Snorlax is done. I'm going to hopefully lean on this second Snorlax. And the rest of the cards, I have 8 cards. 4 of those are Dragonairs and Dragonites. Hopefully that'll be enough. What else do I have in my deck? I don't think I just used my Pokeball. I think I have one more Professor's Research, as well as a Giovanni. And then maybe another Sabrina. I'm not sure. But let's see. I think we're going to start coming online here. I think we'll be able to start coming online here. There we go. Oh yeah, there's the Professor's Research. Now we're down to 7 cards. Dragonair and Dragonite. Perfect. Look at that. That's exactly what I needed. It's exactly why Professor's Research is such a strong card. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start doing this, because who knows what they might have. They might have themselves a Sabrina. Oh my gosh, there's nothing you really can do. See what I would do? Venusaur EX. Oh boy, are they going to Sabrina me? Do I have to sack one of my Dratinis? Okay, no. They're going to opt to keep Executor. Okay. They should know what's coming. They should know what's coming. I mean, at this point, I'm just building out my Dragonites. Yeah, this is gonna get really ugly for me, or really ugly for them, really soon here. Let's see what happens. That Venusaur is gonna be tough to take down, though. That's for sure. Oh boy. They're really banking on this Executor, just trying to stall it out as much as they can. I think it's really funny because both this deck and my deck kind of run the same kind of strategy. Oh boy, this is looking very interesting. So right now, the way that I have this planned out is that I'm just basically going to just... they're going to bring out that Venusaur, I know that. What I really want to do is get this Snorlax dead or on my bench. And I only have 3 cards left, which means next card could be Dragonite, which means I'd have 2 Dragonites. But what I really need to do... Oh, that is actually going to help me. Thank you. That is actually going to help. Oh, nope, maybe not. Alright, there goes... Oh, interesting. I think they're afraid to use... I'm really curious to see what they're doing. Okay, they got 7 cards. Red card is not going to help. And that's it. Let's see what ends up happening. I need to crank out 3 victory points between 2 Pokemon. Unfortunately, yeah, I have a feeling they know what's up. I have a feeling they know what's up. They're really scared of my Dragonites. They know what's up. Okay, I think they were stalling out for that. Makes total sense. Now I gotta get rid of these cards in some way, fashion, or form. It's really gonna come down to this. I think they're gonna start dealing damage because they need to, you know, actually get 2 victory points. Interesting. Okay, okay. This is going to be very interesting. First, I'm going to Sabrina. Because it really doesn't matter. I just want to get this 4 energy Venusaur out of here. Okay, Executor. Pretty good. Thank you for not killing the Snorlax because, you know, that's 1 less victory point for them. There you go. And here we go. Time to start Draco Meteoring. There we go. Boom. That's what I like to see. We got 2 Dragonites on the field. And I'm pretty sure they're out of Pokemon. Or at least they can't put down any Pokemon. This is more of what this deck is supposed to do. And it definitely works against a deck like this. It's a game of just stalling it out. You want to stall this out as long as possible so that you could get 2 Dragonites set up, and then all you really have to do at that point is just unleash as many Draco Meteors as you can, and hopefully your Pokemon will survive. This is not looking good at the moment, but really all I need to do is knock out at least 1 of these, because that's 2 victory points right there, and I can spare a victory point right now. So even though this Dragonite got hit for a lot of damage, and yes, I could heal it up right now, the idea right here is that I try to win in the next 2 turns, which is going to be pretty tricky. It's going to be pretty tricky, admittedly, because I need to dish out enough damage to knock out maybe 2 of these Pokemon. I'm sure they have a second Erica in there, which is definitely going to be hard to deal with. Let's see what ends up happening, because at the very least, they're going to knock this out. And then I'm going to bring in my second Dragonite, and hopefully that'll be it. That'll be enough to win the game, hopefully. Hopefully that'll be enough. Because at this point, they're fully energized with all their Pokemon. There's really nothing more I could do at this point. I literally have just 3 turns to win this. 2 turns, actually. So let's see what ends up happening. There's Giant Bloom. Gonna give himself 30 HP. And now it comes down to RNG. This is literally what I was setting up for. So here we go. And just for fun, let's do that. Oh, okay. Okay. This is it. Wait, I think that's game. Yeah, I think that's game. Unless they're able to Unless they're able to heal out. Nope, yep, that's it. As long as there's less than 200 damage on the floor, and you only need one more victory point, it's pretty much GG. So there you go. Opponent conceded. That is how you play this new Dragonite deck. Yes, it's slow. Yes, it's clunky. Yes, it does require just the perfect conditions. But it does work. It does work, especially compared to the deck I was running yesterday. So, yeah, there you have it. I do not suggest you work with this deck. Do not expect to get a lot of wins with this deck. It is a fun deck to play. Don't get me wrong. It's quite fun to win in the fashion that I did. And yes, there are definitely improvements I can make. I do think that at the very least, maybe a Giovanni would work really well. But it's really hard to trade off any of these cards. You saw how powerful red card could be and actually cause the player to concede because it just makes them rage quit. When you have a full hand of 6 and someone red cards you, it's just the worst feeling. Professor's Research is another really good card. At the very least, maybe I could get rid of one red card for one Giovanni. That could work. 2 potions is really important. 2 X speeds are incredibly important. 2 Pokeballs are really important. Yeah, this is basically it. This is the best this deck could possibly be. I'll do some research to see what other people are doing with their Dragonites, but this is the one that's been giving me the best results. So I think I'm going to keep it. I'm not going to grind with this deck. I feel like my other decks are doing a lot better. Obviously, my Mewtwo EX is just doing a lot of work. I think the only card that it's missing is a second Gardevoir, which I'll pretty much get very soon. That's basically what my next pack points are going to go towards. My Starmie EX deck is also doing really well. I pulled another Articuno EX the other day, so now this deck is feeling a lot more complete. I want to remove this Lapras in hopes for a second Misty. I think that's really what's going to do the trick for this deck. And yeah, I think in terms of all my decks that I'm running, everything's looking pretty good. It's just this one Dragonite deck. It's basically just there. But yeah, still having a lot of fun with it. It's definitely a deck worth checking out if you want to actually try out something like this strategy. And if you happen to have the cards, it might be worth building out just regardless. But yeah, it's not going to be a meta deck by any means, especially in the current meta, where it's just dominated by rushdown Pokemon like Mewtwo EX and Pikachu EX. So yeah, but in any case, that's going to be it for this video. Let me know your thoughts regarding this deck down below. Did I actually make some solid improvements from the deck that I made yesterday? Definitely say so down below if yes or yes, no, or if not. Yeah, definitely share your thoughts down below. And yeah, let's have a great discussion. Thank you so much for making it to this point in the video. I'm Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, love yourself, and I'll catch you in the next one.